Have you ever just lost your cool with your kids? Like one of those moments when you know you should stop, but you're already too far in, and then you replay it over and over and over in your head? If you can relate to that, me too. And if you can't relate to that, honestly, this video might still be for you because eventually parenting will humble us all.
What did you say?
I'll show you later, okay? First things first, don't spiral. This happens. We're tired, we're humans, and we're parenting under a lot of pressure. Kids are kind of like overstuffed donuts. They're sweet, they're wonderful, and sometimes the feelings just spill out all at once because there's a lot packed into one small body. When we talk about responding calmly, I think many parents hear that as never losing your cool, and I want to gently take that idea off the table because for most of us, that is just not realistic. If our interactions happened in a vacuum, maybe, but they just don't. Our responses are shaped by multiple variables, many of which we're not consciously tracking. Let me show you what I mean. You wake up feeling under the weather, nothing major, but your body's already working harder than usual. The kids take forever to get ready, you problem solve, you stay calm, you go to work, you make decisions all day, you regulate, you perform. You come home, homework takes longer than it should, dinner is suddenly wrong because what we liked last week, we don't like this week anymore. By bedtime, your emotional and cognitive resources are just completely depleted. So when you finally snap, it wasn't random. Decision-making, willpower, emotional regulation, they consume energy, and these are finite resources. Add illness, stress, constant demand, and losing it becomes predictable, not shameful. And here's the silver lining. What comes after the blow-up matters more than the blow-up itself. This is where repair comes in. Repair is a set of behaviors that restore connection and trust after a conflict. Before we continue, let's clear up some misunderstandings about what repair is and what it is not. Repair is not removing boundaries, it's not over apologizing, it's not making your child responsible for your feelings either, and it's also not forcing forgiveness or understanding. Repair isn't about erasing the conflict, it's about modeling safety, accountability, and reconnection. So when should you actually repair? Well, not immediately, not in the middle of heightened emotion, and not while you're still activated. Repair involves learning, and learning can't happen when someone is dysregulated. If you've ever tried to teach your child something mid-tantrum, then you already know this. If you're dysregulated, it's easy to get triggered again, especially when your child can't yet take responsibility in the way that adults expect, because that's a developmental skill that they are still learning. So after the blow up, just pause. This isn't avoidance, this is regulation. Even adults take time before solving a conflict at work or in our relationships. We calm our bodies, we gather our thoughts. This pause is adaptive. And when you're ready to repair, here's a simple framework. Step 1, take ownership. If you messed up, say so clearly and without excuses. You can say something like, hey, I lost my cool, I yelled, and that wasn't okay. Second, validate their experience and reestablish safety. This does not mean agreeing with their behavior. This simply means acknowledging their experience. You can say something like, I know that felt scary and confusing, but I want you to know that even when I react big, I always love you and you're always safe with me. Sometimes I add, adults are still learning too, and I think that matters more than we realize. Step 3, reconnect. Offer a hug, sit nearby, maybe do a neutral activity together. And if they say no, respect that. Repair doesn't require immediate affection. Safety needs to build first. One common mistake I notice is turning repair into a lecture. Repair and problem solving don't have to happen at the same time. In fact, I recommend that they don't. Repair is about restoring connection and safety. Problem solving deserves its own time and its own space when we're ready for it. Another mistake I see is rushing repair to relieve our own guilt. That discomfort belongs only to us and not to our child. If sitting with that emotion feels unbearable, then that's a signal that we need to seek out further support for ourselves. Now, don't expect your child to apologize first. Repair is a set of behaviors that are learned, and right now we are still in the process of teaching it. And don't require affection as proof that repair worked. Kids who experience consistent repair don't become entitled, they become secure. They learn that mistakes don't end relationships, that accountability matters, and that conflict is survivable. Strong relationships are not built by perfect parents, they're built by parents who always come back. Repair teaches safety, emotional security, and accountability. And all of those lessons ripple outward into future relationships, partnerships, and even families. Parenting is hard, Most of us are doing things that were never modeled to us. We are learning with our kids, and that's a really powerful shared experience. If you want the exact script to use following a conflict, I left one in the description box. Use it, share it. And if this resonated, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.